Now at 5, serious warnings from health officials as they tackle this deadly flu season, one that's just getting started.
It's already been tough. At least 37 children across the U.S. have died from the flu. 10 Your Side's Brandi Cummings is here with what local health care workers are doing to protect patients and visitors. And Brandi, there was yet another flu death this weekend.
Yeah, Tom, Anita, a 7-year-old Virginia boy died Sunday. His death renewing that push, of course, to protect yourself. While all of the Hampton Roads hospitals have posted signs and put up stations equipped with masks and hand sanitizer, Vidant Health, the company that manages several hospitals on the Outer Banks, is now restricting children under 12 from visiting hospitals during the flu season.
Tough. That's how this year's flu season has been described by the Centers for Disease Control, in part because more than 36 children have already died. The weekend death of a 7-year-old in Hurt, Virginia isn't even included in that number. Family members say Kevin Baines was sent home sick from school on Friday, diagnosed with the flu and strep throat on Saturday. He was found dead Sunday. His tragic story renewing the urgent warning to protect yourself against the virus.
The last 2 years have been a little bit more milder, but this year we definitely had an uptick in cases.
Tiffany Silman, the director of infection prevention and control at Chesapeake Regional, says healthcare officials haven't seen impacts like they're seeing now since the 2015-2016 flu season.
Uptick in flu cases is probably the worst we've seen in the last couple of years, so we really want to protect our patients, our visitors, and our staff.
Stations equipped with masks and hand sanitizer are set up at the entrances. Signs posted on the hospital floors also warn visitors.
We're asking all our patients and visitors to mask, even if you've had the vaccine.
There's a similar setup inside Centera hospitals and all other hospitals across Hampton Roads. Officials want you to heed the warnings.
What we found is that data shows that the flu can be passed 24 hours before symptoms present.
So remember to wash your hands, sneeze in your sleeve, get the flu vaccine, and most importantly, don't visit someone in the hospital if you're sick.
And I contacted all of the 7 Hampton Roads school divisions to find out what they're doing to protect your children. We're working now to get their statements posted on wavy.com. Once they're there, you can find them by looking for this story. I'm Brandi Cummings, 10 on your side.
A family in Texas is sounding the alarm after their son came down with a brain infection. Doctors say that it was caused by the flu. 8-year-old Witten Ramirez's entire family had the flu, but his mom, Desiree, says that his symptoms were much worse. She said that he was sleeping too much, started stumbling when he walked. Testing revealed the flu caused an infection in the part of the brain that controls movement.
He can't walk. He can't sit on his own, he can't stand, he can't talk. It's taken everything.
Doctors say it's rare for the flu to cause this kind of reaction. Witten is expected to make a full recovery, though. He is going to have rehab.
And many are turning to the vitamin aisle to keep from getting sick, but do those supplements really work? Some pharmacists say taking zinc supplements every day probably won't keep you from getting a cold, but taking zinc when symptoms start could help.
Zinc has some evidence of shortening cold symptoms when it's taken within the first 48 hours of cold symptoms. It can shorten the duration of those cold symptoms for maybe shorten it by 1 or 2 days. And the common cold is maybe 10 days long for most people.
Something to note too, pharmacists say that zinc supplements are for people with zinc deficiencies and you should see your doctor before taking them.
Important